We're talking about dogs and cats versus snakes and spiders. Why do I feel like, as exotic animal owners, we are not on par with the dog and cat owners? We're going to talk about that in this episode. You're watching Day or Night X. X is for exotics, and this is going to be a little bit of a rant. So basically, I'm going to put the comment up here to the video that was an editorial about Tarantula. Excuse me, I have not slept much the last few days, and I just got back to full health after having a very bad sinus and upper respiratory infection. So I am not all here, okay? But this comment right here was left on a Are you fucking kidding me? A Tarantula Euthanization video, an editorial that I did about a couple years ago. Now every once in a while, the more videos you have, you're going to get, it seems like certain videos just pop up and they just get more activity for like 2 or 3 months. People just keep commenting on it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you read this comment, and I won't waste any time rehashing those videos, I'll put links in the description below. Any videos that I talk about and reference, I won't go into detail with them. Just go watch those videos. What was going on in this particular editorial is just about tarantula euthanization. I had a tarantula that got in some trouble, needed to be euthanized as a last resort, and he left this comment. He or she left this comment. Now, I want to preface all this by saying I don't really give a shit about trolls. They don't bother me at all. What bothers me is more than the comment is because I get comments like this all the time. This is not original. The only thing I don't like about this comment is when people start attacking me personally and calling me a pansy and calling my animals fuckers and basically throwing them to the wayside. We'll touch on that in a moment. But what irritates me most about comments like this is not so much the comment, but it's the mindset behind the people who make them. Most of the comments that I get like this come from people who always want to bring up dogs and cats. So in this video we're talking a little bit more about the disrespect of exotic animals, basically by dog and cat owners, quote unquote, right? You can add other things in there. Also preface this video by saying I love dogs and cats. I'm not an exclusive exotic animal owner. I have a dog, I have a boxer, and I've owned plenty of cats. And in my lifetime, plenty of dogs. I've owned every single hamsters, mice, rats, guinea pigs, gerbils, ferrets. I have a cockatiel right to my right here. So I am not just partial to exotic animals. I really love animals in general. My favorite time of the year is going to the zoo. I've been to that zoo every single year my entire life living in St. Louis. If you're ever in St. Louis, by the way, the St. Louis Zoo, completely 100% free, and it was voted the best zoo in the United States. So if you're ever in Missouri, go to the zoo. There's every year they're constantly making adjustments. It is by far, and I've been to a lot of zoos in this country, our St. Louis Zoo, by far the best. So basically, if you're a dog or cat owner and you don't like people who have exotic animals, mainly because you don't understand the exotic animals, that's fine. It's so disrespectful to dismiss any life form on this planet, no matter how big or how small, as if they should not exist, they're pointless. And that's basically, when he says, instead of wasting the time caring for this animal while it's going through a bad molt and is about to die and is suffering, the better option should be just take your fucking tarantula, throw it on the ground, and stomp on it. Be a man, you fucking pansy. How does that make me a better man? By taking a suffering animal, throwing it on the ground after I've cared for it and raised it up from this big, and stomping on it so I can stand up like I'm the best guy who ever lived because I'm a man now because I stomped on my tarantula. You know how fucking stupid that sounds? And that's the thing that drives me crazy about people who post comments like that. if you're gonna fucking do that, if you're gonna leave a comment like that, you better damn well make yourself known to the public. Don't be anonymous. Don't call me not being a man and I have no idea who you are. Every single time somebody leaves a comment like that, I go and I vet them. I will go and see who they are. I will try to find as much information about them as possible. When you start attacking me personally, or attacking my family, or attacking my animals, or whatever, attacking my character, trying to character assassinate somebody, trying to filter through all their social media platforms because you don't like the way they do a certain thing with animals that you don't understand. Basically what I'm saying is, if you can at least give yourself an avatar on your profile, on your YouTube account, you leave a comment and a dislike, and you're going to attack someone, at least make yourself known, right? Most of the time they don't do that. I would say overwhelmingly majority of the time they do not do that. They'll make this comment and they have no content. You don't know who these people are. I've said that 1,000 times. YouTube should have something in place where if you're going to leave a thumbs down, or if you leave a negative comment, you have to expose yourself in some type of way. Every other social media platform has that except YouTube. It's embarrassing. Good. I guarantee you, if I was to post that same comment in regards to a dog or cat on somebody else's video, if I said, your dog is sick, your cat's sick, don't worry about taking him to the vet. Just take him outside, take yourself a baseball bat, take yourself a chainsaw, take him out. I guarantee you my YouTube account will be shut down, this channel will be gone, all my social media platforms would have to be shut down. I would have to go into hiding and become somebody else just to get back to where I was. Because that's unacceptable. You cannot say that kind of stuff about a dog or a cat. It's not going to happen. So how does that make that fair for people to say the same things about exotic animals? What gives human beings the right to think that just because we have access to technology and we've invented things and we've had the ability to get in jet airplanes and fly and go land on the moon and send probes to Mars, we think we're like this and everything else is like this, where, excuse me, most of the life forms on this planet have been around a lot longer than any human being, and that's just a fact. So what gives us the right as human beings to judge a tarantula and say that that's an insignificant animal just because you don't understand it or you don't like it, you're afraid of it? Doesn't give you the right as a human being. We're no better than they are. In fact, I would say that they're probably a lot better than us. They can adapt to life a lot better than us, which is why they've been on this planet so much longer than us. Whoever you are who called me, if you're watching this, male or female, I don't even know how old you are, which is why I don't like to go too hard on some of these anonymous people because you don't know who they are. But for the person who says I'm not a man because I didn't stomp on my tarantula to kill it because I'm such a pansy because I want to gently take my animal that I cared for and give them the most peaceful way of passing from this earth as possible, I'm a pansy. Why don't you think about this when you're saying that these animals are worthless and you're so much better than they are, you know, and dogs and cats, everybody's different. That tarantula could adapt to a lot more than you can ever. If somebody took you, the person who sent me this, I'm talking to you at this point, or anyone like you, trolls, and sat you down in the bush of Australia or sat you down in the Congo of Africa, you know, put you in the Amazon rainforest, put you in the frozen tundra of Antarctica, you wouldn't last as long as you think. I wouldn't last as long as I would think. We're just not adaptable enough to do it. As a species, we're so busy dividing ourselves that we don't even know how to come together enough to even really push ourselves to beyond what we are now. Technically, if you think about all the advancements we had in the world, if we actually were a smart species, we would stop with things like currency and childhood hunger and health insurance and all that and really help ourselves out, and we would probably be out of the solar system at this point. But we can't do that because the people who want to breed negativity and bring other people down, and they want to be selfish and only think about themselves, and that leads us back to this person. If you have that compassion for cats and dogs and you're an animal lover, you only have that because of the knowledge you know that a dog and a cat are unsafe. Are they? Because I can tell you right now, I have never ever been bitten by one of my tarantulas. I sure as hell been bitten by my cats before. I sure as hell been bitten by other people's dogs who had malicious intent to bite me, have chased me down the street just to bite me. I've never had a snake chase me down the street just to bite me. I've never had a tarantula chase me down the street just to bite me. Well, you can't cuddle a snake. You can't cuddle a tarantula. What's cuddling? If cuddling, it means you're taking an animal and putting it against you, and that animal is receiving you and not causing you harm, and you both enjoy each other's company. If that's what you consider cuddling, I can do that with a snake, one of mine, any day of the week. And I encourage you to watch a lot of my other friends' channels. There's a bunch of people on YouTube, a lot of my friends. You see them on video all the time. Snakes draped around their necks. They're moving all around them. I cuddle with my bearded dragon every night. She's a reptile. I have tarantulas who I can hold in my hand and they'll sit there just like a little baby. And I can just pet their little carapace. But to you, that's very strange. And that's the disturbing part about it, because it's an animal. It's literally no different than a dog or a cat. It's a living being. And when you stop worrying about your fears because you're so afraid that the tarantula might bite you, or the snake is slimy, which they're not, and the only intent is to bite you, when you overcome all that, when I see a snake, just like if I see a white person or an Asian person or a Latino person, I'm not looking at them and saying, white, Asian, Latino. I'm thinking human being. I do the same thing with animals. I see my snakes, I just see an animal that has feelings, that has emotions to a certain extent. You have to take everything into context. Obviously an ant is a lot different than a polar bear, but they're still living, breathing animals. The range of emotion, intelligence, and how they feel pain, the pain receptors, all that may vary to give you a semblance that something may be more dangerous than the other one. But a polar bear is no more dangerous to me than a horde of ants if I get out in a rainforest and fall in the wrong place and break my leg and I get eaten alive by a bunch of some kind of insects. There's no difference. Danger is danger. I could walk out of my house right now and be shot in the face by a human being. We are living in this world together. Along with the dogs and cats comes the snakes and the tarantulas and everything in between. So to me, it's very disrespectful for you to say that anybody who loves reptiles and arachnids, which just happens to be the name of my channel, if you choose to watch one of my videos, obviously this is not called Day or Night X Dogs and Cats. It's called Reptiles and Arachnids. So what were you expecting to see when you clicked on the video? There's something that drew you to that video, and it's curiosity. You wanted to learn something. You didn't like what you learned. Move on. Appreciate that you learned something. Because if you don't know anything about it, even if you saw 10 seconds of something, especially in that editorial, whoever you are, you learned something. Whether you like it or not, you learned something. Something you probably didn't know moments before you click that button. And that's what this channel is about. It's about educating people, whether you like it or not. If you choose to come to my channel and click on it, I don't do clickbait. So if you click on it, you knew exactly what you're going to get when you clicked on it. And just like you may not want to see reptiles and arachnids shoved down your throat, I'm not shoving my stuff down anybody's throat. You came and watched my stuff. So I'm not going on a dog and cat show and being like, I hate Shih Tzus. They're shit. I'm not doing that. I don't, it just doesn't, it's stupid for you to leave a comment like that. Now, am I blowing this out of proportion? I probably am. I get emotional about it. I'm a human being, I do get emotional about it. I'd be the first one to say maybe I should reel it back, which is why I'm doing a second take of this. This is a calm rant of this subject. I believe a lot of you out there who own snakes and reptiles and arachnids and all the creepy crawlies and all the exotic animals that we love, you agree with me that we are all in this together, and we are the minority when it comes against dogs and cat owners. Look at all the pet stores you go to. If there's a dog and cat supply shop, look at the reptile, the exotic pet section, look at the rest of the store. So obviously we're in the minority. But we know we're all there because we have our expos, we have our conventions, and if more people, and I've seen it in Missouri, it's starting to grow really big. We're getting more and more expos and shows here every single year. And that's because people around here, after being very conservative about it, I know this by growing up here in St. Louis, Missouri, about exotic animals, the more people learn about them, it's starting to grow. And it's an ease thing, it's an at ease thing. People can just step back and relax and say, you know what, they're just animals. They're wonderful animals. They have a lot to offer, and they make excellent pets. And and companions and learning to teach your kid a different set of skills. If you got one of these animals, my son, we have a dog, but he learns so much from the diversity of animals in our house, from our cockatiel to our dog to our geckos to the tarantulas to the snakes. I love the fact that he wakes up every day and he's just not staring at a dog and just a cat. Nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But you can't push that on other people, just like I'm not pushing my reptiles on you, right? So I'm going to leave it at that. I think I covered everything. I'll probably have to do a follow-up video with this one. Usually when I do my rants, I always have to do a follow-up video because people want to leave comments, and I always tend to miss something. It's a big subject, big umbrella subject, so I'll probably have to do a part 2 or something like that to cover some more aspects of it, if need be. But I want to thank you guys for watching this one. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to Day or Night X. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification button if you don't want to miss an episode. I'll see you guys on the next one. You know the motto, be you, be genuine, be safe, and be kind. See you next time.